Hey guys, this is Marshall. Welcome back. I'm cooking on the Forno Bravo Bella oven. This is the 40 inch, it's the big boy. This is actually in my backyard, as you can see. You'll probably see my dogs running around here every once in a while. This oven can do anything other than, it can do pizzas, flatbreads, anything you really want. But today, I'm going to show you a little versatility what it can actually do. Today, we're going to be working with the roasted garlic oil that we did on our first episode. We're going to be also working with the rosemary olive oil that we did in that same video. Now we're going to be working with sandwiches today, and I've got two different styles of sandwiches we're going to do using the same ingredients. So if you like an open sandwich and you like a little less carbs, this will go with the Italian sliced bread. Then if for your meat eaters and your big boys, we're going to go with the big Haas. This has caramelized onions, caramelized garlic, it's got all types of stuff on it. It's nothing but delicious. We also are going to be working with today the Parmesan cheese, crushed red pepper, a spicy horseradish. If you wanted to go with something else, like just your yellow mustard, you can do that also. It'd be just as fine. We're using a pink sea salt, which you can get at any store, at like Walmart, Aldi's, Albertsons, Kroger's, things like that. We also going to use ground black pepper and basil today. So, let's get cooking. All right, guys. So we're going to start with the Italian sliced bread first. Let's get us a little bit of the spicy horseradish mustard. It's not going to take much. It goes a long ways. So quick little dab. Spread it all nice and even. I like it only on one side. I don't want to overpower the sandwich itself. So we'll just stick with that. To a couple pieces of provolone cheese, which you can get at your deli. And then I'm also going to do a pastrami, but not normal pastrami. This is actually a turkey pastrami, so it's a little healthier, a little bit more flavor, I think, in my book. And all you do is just layer that bad boy down. And then we do the same thing to the other piece. So for the second side, we're going to do a little bit of the roasted garlic oil that we did from our first video. Just a drizzle. We're also going to use a little bit of the roasted rosemary. Just a drizzle, not too much. You don't want to go crazy with it. Put down a little bit of basil. A little crushed red pepper, because I like it a little spicy. Some Parmesan cheese. Oh, why not? We'll go over here too with the meats and cheeses. A little sea salt just for a little flavor, because salt always boosts any of your components in your food. Pepper also does the same thing. It actually complements your actual food. So now that we got our base down for this side, do 1, 2, 3 pieces of cheese. Do a couple pieces of the turkey pastrami. And we'll get it going. Then once we get done, I like to do a little bit more Parmesan cheese. I'll go a little bit more. Why not? We're cutting the carbs on the bread itself, so why not having a little bit more flavor to it? Now that that's all said and done, we're going to take our cast iron skillet right here. We're going to add a little bit more olive oil to it. Our roasted garlic, that's my preference. And a little bit of rosemary oil. And then we just set these bad boys right on in. Now here's the fun part. Slide that bad boy in the back. Now I'm sitting right at about 350 degrees. That's about where you want for a flatbread sandwich. Now while that one's going, we're going to continue on to the big boy, the big Haas. I'm going to cut this bad boy right down the middle, leaving a hinge, which means we're only going to cut just a little bit, about a finger length left in, so we can open it up and it'll all stay together. See how it stays together nice and even? Now, do the same thing. A little spicy mustard. With the big boy, the big hoss, I love doing heavy because this is a lot more bread and it's going to be a lot more meat and cheese. So I do it on both sides. Why not, right? This is going to be good. Again, if you don't like it spicy, you can go with the traditional yellow mustard, or you could even do mayonnaise if you really don't like mustard. All right, that looks good to me. Now, Parmesan. Make it look nice. Make it look pretty. A little red pepper. A little pink sea salt. A little black pepper. Basil. You know what? We're going to go big today. Go big or go home, right? That basil all over the bread. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Just to keep it all interesting, we're going to do 5 right down the middle. This is your turkey pastrami. I'm going to go right here. Which is going to be nice because when everything gets in this oven, and we're going to wrap it up with foil, all the cheese is going to melt together, come together. It's going to be beautiful. So, I already have my foil already ready to go. I'm going to pull that out. I'm just going to take this sandwich and I'm going to fold it over. So, when you get done, it'll look like that. That is one big sandwich. And the key part here is to have your sandwich, your big hoss sandwich, cut to the length of your foil, the width. So that way you can just pick it up and roll it. Don't particularly care if your sides get a little crunchy because who doesn't like a little toasted sandwich? That's more flavor. Just a little crunch right here. And your big hoss sandwich is ready to go. Now, this is the best part. It's your house, it's your rules. Throw it in. It'll be fine. Alright guys, so our Italian sliced bread has been in there for about 15 minutes. It's nice caramelization of the cheese. The meat is nice and tender, beautiful. So now it's time to get this bad boy out of here. So we are going to set that one right there. I'm going to do this other one right here. Now, just to go one step further, we're going to cut this bad boy on the bias. Now, you don't have to cut it on the bias. It's just a fancy way of making it look nice. But when in doubt, make it look like that. Look good. Now you can also put a little bit of fresh basil to a quick little cut. This bad boy is ready to go. Alright guys, so we got our first sandwich done. It's been about another 10 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the big hoss out, and safety first, gloves and tongs. We're still sitting at about 300 degrees. So we're just going to pull it right out real quick. Now, it is a little warm, so if it's too hot for your hands, please use tongs. Now look at that. That's going to be beautiful. Now that you got it all nice and neat, now we're going to toast the outside. The outside, you got to have a little crust on it. Get a little bite, a little crunch. So, we're going to throw it right back in the oven, just the way it is. And it is ready to go. Alright guys, so the big hoss has been in there for another minute and a half, 2 minutes max at 300 degrees. So we are just going to slide this boy out. Now, I noticed that it's a little too hot for my hands, and I've been doing this for a while. So if it's too hot for my hands, be safe. Use tongs, and a towel. I'm going to pull this rack over here. Slide it right off. I'm just going to go ahead and crumble that up and get that out of the way. Now, you can take a serrated knife. You're just going to cut it right there on the bias. Now, you can look at the back. Got a nice little char to it. Inside's nice and evenly cooked. It's got crunch on the bottom, crunch on the top. And you can just set it just like that and it is ready to go. Now you have turkey pastrami with spicy mustard, crushed red pepper. We have our oils that we used from the episode before, which is just a roasted garlic oil, a roasted rosemary oil, and a little chopped basil, crushed red pepper, spicy red mustard, pink sea salt, Parmesan cheese, and ground black pepper. This is amazing. Beautiful sandwiches for anybody, for the low carb to the big boys. So, thanks for coming, and I'll be cooking with you next time.